Oleksandr Usyk does not want to fight Joseph Parker. The message is loud and clear. Last week, the WBO ordered Team Usyk to begin negotiations with Team Parker to set up a fight immediately. Parker was elevated to mandatory challenger, but we haven't heard anything. Nothing from Usyk, nothing from Uncle Frank Warren, who's the promoter for Joseph Parker. He's in charge of Joseph Parker's career right now. He's meant to be on Joseph Parker's side, but he hasn't said anything. But normally, Frank Warren loves media attention. I always listen to him on radios, see him on YouTube, banging on about his fighters, but he's very quiet when it comes to Joseph Parker, and I don't understand why. Because if it was Dubois, or Tyson Fury, or Moses Saitoma, or Fabio Wardley, one of these guys, one of his Frank Warren's fighters, if they were given an opportunity to be mandatory challengers, Frank Warren would be screaming from the top of the roof, banging on about how much his fighters deserve it. But for Joseph Parker, quiet as a mouse. I don't get it, man. What the fuck is the problem? Like, Joseph Parker, what the fuck did you do to these guys, man? Even people on the inside, people that are meant to be Team Parker, are trying to bloody sabotage Joseph Parker's career. I just don't understand it. Usyk don't want to fight him. Usyk prefers to fight Daniel Dubois. I just don't understand the obsession with the Dubois fight. Usyk beat Dubois easy. The only thing, that these guys are hanging on to, that they're trying to get a rematch, that they want to sell to the public, well, they're trying to sell it to the fans who don't know shit about boxing. For the fans who really know everything about boxing, they'll know that fight wasn't even close. Apart from that low blow, it wasn't a low blow below the belt, whatever. What more did Dubois do in that fight? He lost every single round and then he got stopped. Again, took the knee. He took the knee. He quit. That's the rematch that Usyk wants? That's the rematch that Frank Warren wants? I just don't get it. I don't get it. Do you know what I mean? I know for the last few days, Frank Warren, Team Usyk, these guys have gone behind the scenes trying to negotiate with the WBO. Do you know what I mean? Trying to get the WBO to give Daniel Dubois and Usyk a pass, sideline Joseph Parker, and let them guys fight for Undisputed. But the WBO are like, hell no. It's not happening. It's not happening. Joseph Parker's the mandatory. You fight him or else. Frank Warren is probably going around to Team Parker right now, begging him, please, please, Joseph, please, Joe, let my baby, let my little nephew Dubois, let him get an undisputed fight, please. I beg you, Joseph. I'll do anything. I'll give you £5 million. Hell no. Fuck no. Joseph Parker's like, hell no, Frank. Nah. I'm a warrior. I want to fight the best. I ain't taking no fucking side money. I know for sure Joseph Parker, that's what he told him. Because you know what? Do you know how I know Joseph Parker probably telling Frank Warren, get the fuck away from me. I don't want no step aside money. I ain't taking that shit. Do you know how I know? Because I've got so many Samoans, people from New Zealand that watch this channel. And they've made it clear in the comments that Joseph Parker is a man of integrity. He's a man of the people. And in Samoan culture, their traditions, they ain't taking no side money, man. They're fighters. The warriors. Too much heart, too much pride, man. They ain't taking no side money. And I can understand Joseph Parker, where he's coming from. He didn't work hard, to get to where he is right now for him to be taking step aside money, man. Do you know what I mean? You're trying to take the piss. So you know what's going to happen now, You know what's going to happen now? Cause Usyk doesn't want to fight Parker. Fuck it, the WBO are going to strip him. He's looking that way. They're going to strip him. He's going to get stripped of the WBO. Now, where does that leave the Dubois fight? Because if they strip Usyk of the WBO title and he still goes ahead and fights Dubois, there is no undisputed. So it contradicts everything they've been saying for weeks. If there's no undisputed fight, what the hell are you fighting for? Because you already beat the guy. What are you fighting for? For money? For money? Is that the level that Usyk, the great Oleksandr Usyk, is going to stoop down to? Fighting for money? That's going to ruin his reputation, man. His legacy is alright. I'm not going to say it's going to ruin his legacy because I think he's done enough in the sport. He's got my respect, but it's going to put a dent in his reputation, man. Because for me, Usyk is a true champion, a man of honor, a man of respect. He respects the fans, and he always gives the fans what they want. He gave AJ a rematch. He gave Fury a rematch. Do you know what I mean? But with Dubois, like, come on. What's this about? If there's no belt, if there's no undisputed on the line, there's no point. Why are you fighting Dubois for? And Frank Warren, if there's no undisputed on the line, why would you put Dubois in there against Usyk? You know Usyk is going to dismantle him. You know Usyk is going to smoke Dubois. Yes, Dubois is on a great run and he beat AJ, fantastic. But he ain't beating Usyk, man. Let Usyk have a fresh challenge. Yeah? Let him face someone new. Let him face Joseph Parker. Win, lose or draw, I know for sure Joseph Parker is going to go in there and give Usyk a tough fight, especially at the age Usyk is right now. Usyk, trust me, I saw a little decline in Usyk's performance in the second fight against Tyson Fury. Yeah, he fought well, boxed well, but he was much slower, man. He's easier to hit. And in Joseph Parker's current form, with the confidence, I'm sure if that fight was to happen, Andy Lee will lock him away somewhere. I'm hearing people saying, look, he should get someone like Jay Opataya in his camp, bring Tyson Fury. Mate, once they lock in, trust me, Joseph Parker will give Usyk problems. He's the much younger, fresher fighter as well. Usyk can't get any younger, man. He's definitely slowing down. And it could just be the right moments. Like the stars might just be aligning for Joseph Parker to smoke Usyk, man. Give him that first loss. Do you know what I mean? Maybe that's on the back of Usyk's mind. Maybe that's what Usyk's thinking. You know what? Dubois is just the easier option right now. That's what he's thinking. He's probably thinking, I can outbox Daniel Dubois. Joseph Parker, much better boxer, better boxing IQ than Daniel Dubois, man. He might not pack the same punch as Dubois, that one punch knockout power as Dubois. But if you accumulate a lot of punches from Joseph, you can get knocked out. Also, even with the one punch knockout power, we've seen what he done to Martin Bakole, who's a tough guy, solid chin. And we saw what happened to him. So Joseph Parker will definitely give Usyk massive problems, man. Do you know what I mean? So now they're talking about if Usyk was to get stripped and the WBO title becomes vacant, they're saying that Anthony Joshua might get that fight against Joseph Parker. I mean, listen, just when you thought boxing couldn't get any worse. Just when you thought boxing couldn't get any worse. Anthony Joshua, the guy who got sparked out in front of 86,000 people at Wembley by Daniel Dubois, yeah, he's in decline. You're trying to say that he deserves a title fight. I mean, what is that about? Talk about mugging off the fans, like. I come on here, yeah, and I talk about fighters deserving their title shots. I've been advocating for Joseph Parker to get his title shot because he's worked his way up. He's worked so hard. Like, come on, what type of guy would I be if I start saying, yeah, AJ deserves a title fight? Hell no, AJ don't deserve a title fight. If anything, Ajit Kabayao deserves a title fight. So if Usyk is stripped of the WBO title, it's going to be Ajit Kabayao and Joseph Parker fighting for that belt. That's what the fans will want to see. Anthony Joshua? Hell no. For what? And I'm an AJ fan. I've been an AJ fan since he won the Olympics in 2012 in London, the gold medal. I've been an AJ fan. I've always bigged up AJ, gave him his flowers. But I'm sorry, man. I just have to be honest to myself and tell the people the truth. AJ's just not that guy anymore. Do you know what I mean? He's not that guy. I've been saying it. AJ, wait for the Fury fight. Fury's going to come out of retirement. We know he's full of crap. He's going to come out of retirement. Turkey will give him loads of money and you guys can fight. Win, lose or draw, whatever happens, you two retire. Go off into the sunset. Enjoy your money, mate. You've done well for the sport. You've done great things. We respect you, but crack on, mate. You know what I mean? Let things move on. Let other fighters get opportunities. So I do not want to see Joseph Parker versus Anthony Joshua. I don't want to see it. The rematch, I don't want to see it. Even though it will give Joseph Parker the opportunity to run it back with AJ. Do you know what I mean? And correct his wrongs and get that win over AJ. Because the first fight against AJ, at that time, I was a big AJ fan. I was watching that fight. Of course, I was rooting for AJ at the time. But Joseph Parker wasn't given an opportunity to fight. Do you know what I mean? Wasn't given an opportunity by the referee to fight on the inside. Every time you go on the inside, you know, Joshua hold him, the referee will break it. The referee made that fight so boring and dead. The crowd started booing. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like Joseph Parker wouldn't mind correcting that, but I feel like at the moment, Joseph Parker is miles ahead of Anthony Joshua. He shouldn't even be thinking about Anthony Joshua. And I believe that Joseph Parker wants to fight the best. He wants to fight Usyk. He wants to fight Daniel Dubois. He wants to fight these guys. He wants to beat them. I truly believe that Joseph Parker wants to take that undefeated record from Oleksandr Usyk. That's what he wants to go for. That's what he wants to go for. And the thing is, I looked at social media. I looked at everyone's social media. Usyk is not talking about Parker. He hasn't even like acknowledged that WBO ruling that has been mandated to fight Joseph Parker. He hasn't even acknowledged that. He's doing other things. Frank Warren hasn't said anything. But I go on Joseph Parker's Instagram and he's posted the announcement from the WBO. He's posting about he wants to fight Usyk, wants to fight Dubois. Do you know what I mean? He's saying that, listen, he wants to fight the best, but if the title gets vacated or Usyk gets stripped, he'll fight for the vacant belt against anybody. Do you know what I mean? That's the lengths that Joseph Parker is willing to go to. But the other guys don't want to play boo. They don't want to play boo. Joseph Parker is ready for all that smoke. But unfortunately, you need a dancing partner. But at the moment, no one wants it with Joseph Parker. And I don't know why. Do you know what I mean? I really hope Usyk does the decent thing, does the right thing and fights Joseph Parker. And he doesn't get stripped by the WBO or he doesn't vacate to fight Daniel Dubois. Because for me, that's a useless, meaningless fight. It doesn't make no sense. It doesn't make no sense. And people are going to say, oh, Enzo, oh, what are you talking about? Oh, how can Usyk duck Parker? If Usyk prefers to get stripped of the WBO belt and fights Daniel Dubois for no undisputed fight, for just the money, I'm sorry, that's a duck. Let's call it for what it is. That's a duck. Because the true champion will be like, nah, hell no. I'm going to keep my belt. Yeah, I'll keep the WBO belt. I'll fight Parker. I'll beat Parker. Daniel Dubois is still going to have the belt. And then I'll fight Daniel Dubois for the undisputed title. That's what a true champion will do. But if he prefers to get stripped or he vacates to fight Daniel Dubois, then that's a duck. And when I say Oleksandr Usyk is ducking, I don't mean like, oh, Oleksandr Usyk is scared. Oh, he's scared of the smoke. Joseph Parker is running away. No, that's not what I mean. What I mean is, yeah, Oleksandr Usyk just hasn't got his priorities right now. His priorities are somewhere else, isn't it? He's all about the money now. He's not about belts. He's not about championships. He's not about undisputed, isn't it? Because if he's going to vacate or get stripped, that means he doesn't care. He feels like the Dubois fight will generate more money for him. More than the Parker fight. So that's a duck. But it doesn't mean like Oleksandr Usyk is a sucker or his legacy is ruined. He hasn't done great things. No, that's still intact. But we have to call it for what it is and be honest. That's a duck. He don't change his resume. It doesn't change what he's achieved in boxing, but it's a duck. Do you know what I mean? But I really hope that Usyk takes the fight with Parker, because I feel like that's the correct fight to make right now. Daniel Dubois, we haven't heard nothing from him. He's been silent for almost a month now. Hasn't said shit. No one knows where he's missing. I've been looking for him. I already filed a police report. The police are searching for Daniel Dubois as we speak right now. They're asking family and friends. Even Uncle Frank is not picking up his phone. So the police told me, yo, Enzo, we don't know, man, but we're going to carry on the search. So I'm hopeful that soon, in the next coming days or weeks, I'm going to have maybe an announcement to make. I'll have some updates for you as to the whereabouts of Daniel Dubois. Do you know what I mean? But listen, I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to long off this video, but it's looking likely that Oleksandr Usyk is going to be stripped of the WBO title, and Joseph Parker is probably going to have to fight someone else because they don't want that smoke with him. They don't want to fight him. They're avoiding him, ducking him, call it whatever you want. Do you know what I mean? But all I know is Joseph Parker is ready for that title fight, and he's willing to go through brick walls and fight anybody for that title. Do you know what I mean? Which is the opposite of what the other guys are trying to do. Let me know in the comments what you think of these new developments. Do you want to see Joseph Parker fight Anthony Joshua? If that fight was presented to him to fight for the WBO title, would you, as fans, Joseph Parker fans, boxing fans, would you accept that? Or would you say, hell no? Hell no. Do you want that Usyk fight or Daniel Dubois? Is that it? You don't want no one else? Would you accept Ajit Kabayao versus Joseph Parker for the WBO title? I think that's a great fight, great matchup. They're both on a great run. Do you know what I mean? I make Joseph Parker slightly favorite, but that's a dangerous fight, man. I think that's a great fight. Is that a fight that you like to see? Or are you guys just saying, nah, we want Usyk or nothing else? Let me know in the comments. I'll really appreciate that, man. Once again, thank you so much for watching EMGM Sports. I'm your boy, Enzo. Please don't forget to go ahead and smash the like button. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, because that's the only way you're going to help us to grow. Thank you so much to everyone who's been engaging, dropping comments, smashing the like button already. Listen, I'm feeling the love. I can see the support from everybody. The channel is growing. May that continue, man. Do you know what I mean? Thank you so much. I'll be back real soon with another one. Until then, stay blessed. Peace.